Hello friends, welcome back to the video. In this welcome back to my video. In this video, I am going to tell you a tragedy, a sad story about a town named Dhanushkodi in Tamil Nadu. So let's go to the video. Dhanushkodi is an abandoned town in the Pamban Islands of the state Tamil Nadu and was the southeastern tip of India. It is 20 kilometers west of Talaimannar, which is in Sri Lanka. My great grandfather and grandfather used to live and work near the town. So now let's go back to the story again. So the town of Dhanushkodi is believed to be the place where Lord Rama ordered Lord Hanumana to build a stone bridge across the sea to rescue Sita, and as it is having the Bay of Bengal in Indian Ocean at its shore, this town is also said to be a holy town, and many people came and took a dip in the sea, which was equal to take a dip in the Ganga river at Varanasi. This town was also a large exporter of fish. Many people spent thousands of rupees on these rarely found fishes. This town was also have many tourist places, and thousands of tourists visited these places every day. By this income and money, Dhanushkodi was a very prosperous town. They had also another source of income, which was being helpful in travel. This town was also helpful for travel. This town was connected to the mainland by the Varanasi-Dhanushkodi Express to Varanasi, the boat mail to Chennai, and the Pamban-Dhanushkodi passenger to Madurai. The boat mail train also gave a ferry boat service which connected Dhanushkodi to Talaimannar in Sri Lanka free of cost, passport and visa. So by this way, Dhanushkodi earned a lot of income and became a happy and prosperous town. So now the story begins, and now we are at 15 December 1964. The Indian Meteorological Department, which was at that time a very small and less advanced company, used to give a news that the Andaman Sea had a deep depression which was suspected to be transforming into a severe cyclonic storm. So now the meteorological department gets the news of a deep depression that can be classified into a severe cyclonic storm. So they now are worried, because at that time of technology they were not sure and could not find out at which place the cyclone will make its landfall and in which direction will it move after it forms into a cyclone, and how much destruction will it give. And they will get information about it, like how much was the wind speed after the cyclone have made its landfall, and it also had a specific time. So now is 19 December 1964. The cyclonic storm now evolves into a super cyclonic storm, and the thing is that now people have to worry much more, because a super cyclonic storm means a destructive and very dangerous cyclone. So now many people were worried who lived in the coastal areas. At that time, my grandfather was only a 6th class school child. So now at 22 December 1964 at night 9 o'clock, the station master of the city has now just left home after completing a shift. So now from the very morning only, the climate was very bad, and by night it was gone worse. And the station master had hired a contractor who had contact with the Pamban Dhanushkodi passenger, but due to the cyclonic winds, the signal and the communication mechanic was damaged, and the contractor was now unable to contact with the Pamban Dhanushkodi passenger, which was going to reach the Dhanushkodi station at 12 am. So now the Pamban Dhanushkodi passenger did not know that the first prey of the cyclonic waves was them only, and departed from Pamban to Dhanushkodi, and by 11:55 am pm they were 50 meters outside the station, and they stopped suddenly because there was a signal at front, but at that time the signals would go green in 15 minutes, but after 15 minutes, that means at 12:10 am also the signal did not change. So now the driver was frightened about the waves and decided to take the train inside the station without the signal permission, and slowly started to take the train inside. But the waves were getting higher, and suddenly a huge tidal wave washed out the engine, and the coaches broke apart. The children and in the carriage and the railway staffs were frightened, and only one policeman jumped into the water and climbed upon a signal post to save his life. The train completely was completely washed, and 115 passengers were all drowned alive. And soon after, the town also now started feeling this threat. Winds were huge, waves were strong, and everything was displaced. Many people started running out of their homes, and some were washed and thrown out of their houses by the waves. And now they were now looking to save their lives, and now started climbing upon high places to save their lives. But it was too dark for the people to see that where to go, and because of this only, many people were washed and by the water and were drowned. And many people were thinking about their family members, because they did not know that will they remain alive till morning. So now, without knowing this big disaster, the world whole was sleeping. So now it is morning 9 o'clock at 23rd December. The whole news is now spread into the whole state, in the whole India and whole world. And after hearing this news, everyone is shocked. And the police come and spot the destructions. And even the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu at that time, Bhaktavachalan, came and observed the destructions and declared that it was the first full and massive destruction of India. The Indian government also announced the same, and UN declared it as the 20th massive destruction of Asia, and disclosed the disaster. So now the Indian government declares Dhanushkodi as a ghost town and unfit for living. After hearing this news, the fishermen who were now of Dhanushkodi, who were now in Rameshwaram, who had survived in the disaster, signed a petition to the government asking for permission to go in Dhanushkodi and make a small living, and promised that they would go to the day by the day and come back by evening. So the government relented to this and allowed them to go to Dhanushkodi, and tourists were also allowed to tour the city from day to evening. So now also thousands of visitors visit this town, and view is cracked. It's cracked and ugly looks. The Dhanushkodi also, without any distrust, is showing its ugly and broken face to the whole world. So if you like this video, please like and share my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you friends. Bye bye.